All rise for His Honour Judge Regan Frax V, the bailiff called out. The sound of feet, paws, and pedipads hitting the floor echoed through the room. The judge, a kind of eel-spider hybrid, wearing a long flowing robe, entered the room and attached himself to various pods on his pulpit. "Be seated," the bailiff called out, his instructions being followed immediately.
Thank you all. Today's case is number 33807, civil lawsuit filed by one Thoran Freed VII. Referred to from now as Thoran versus one Frederick Hartwood. Referred to from now on as Fred, the judge said calmly, as he used one of his tentacles to hold the case file.
Yes, Your Honour. I am suing him for trying to murder me, Thoran yelled out of turn.
Dude, calm down, Fred replied. Order! The judge yelled and banged his gavel. He sighed, figuring this was going to be a case where he'd wear out both his gavel and his voice pretty fast. Complainant Thoran, you may present your case first, the judge said.
Thank you, Your Honour. Police told me that I could not have him arrested for attempting to poison me, so I have decided to go to civil court instead. I am suing for personal damages incurred as this evil bastard tried to murder me, Thoran yelled, pointing his digits at Fred.
Okay. Could you calm down and at least try to elaborate? The judge asked.
Sorry, Your Honour. I was in my office as usual. It had been a grueling morning, and I needed coffee to keep me going, Thoran said. The whole court, even the judge, let out a groan of displeasure. Oh, God, not one of these again. Please, let me finish. I assure you this is important. I went to the coffee machine and found a new brand of coffee. I thought it looked nice, but I preferred my favourite brand. I looked for it and didn't find it. He hid it from me and replaced it with that hideous poison. Thoran once again pointed his digits accusingly at Fred. Calm down before I have you restrained, the judge yelled, trying to nip the bud, so to speak. These coffee addicts were always difficult. It was easier for everyone to stop their behaviour before it started. Thoran snapped back to attention and shook nervously. Yes, Your Honour. Sorry. Continuing. Thoran shuddered a bit and tried to calm down. What I was trying to say was that I tried in vain for several minutes to find my coffee. I didn't find it and decided to just use the new brand. It had an odd taste, but it was a nice taste. Like all coffee, you know? I think I know where this is going, the judge replied, as he used a tentacle to scribble some notes in the case file. No, Your Honour, you do not. This is far, far worse. He didn't switch my coffee for an inferior brand. Thoran pointed his digit in a dramatic way. This foul evil beast creature replaced my coffee with... Thoran shed a fake tear and sobbed. DECAF! The entire room let out a loud shocked gasp of horror. Even the judge, whose gelatinous form has contorted to form a face of horror. DECAF! I felt lethargic. All my energy drained. It tasted nice, but no matter how much I drank, it just got worse. Before he sent me into the hospital, I had 12 cups. 12! I told the police about it, and though they sympathized, it wasn't classed as a criminal act, Thoran said as he sat down in his seat in tears. That's unforgivable! Unforgivable, I say! The judge angrily bellowed. Yes! That filthy demon monster tried to kill me with that disgusting filth! I want him arrested! Thoran yelled. Fred, do you have anything to say in your defense? The judge asked. Yes, Your Honour. I would like to present the video surveillance footage of Thoran's behaviour from the office security cameras, Fred said with a smirk. Thoran's crying suddenly stopped. Security footage? Of what? The judge asked. Security footage of Thoran causing 30,000 credits in damages as he tore the office kitchen apart looking for his coffee, all the while tweaking like a meth addict, Fred replied calmly. The judge's eyes narrowed at Thoran. And also security footage of him drinking 41 cups of coffee in the space of 2 hours, all the while using some very colourful language, Fred said again, smiling. Thoran's demeanour changed significantly as the judge glared angrily at him. And video footage of him going completely batshit insane as he tweaked out after eating an entire 2-kilo can of coffee grounds. Just out of the can, by the way, and attacked the waitstaff during a caffeine tweak. He put 2 of our security staff and our secretary in the hospital after he threw fisticuffs, Fred replied, still smiling. The judge's amorphous features contorted into an angry scowl. And also the security footage of him having 6 consecutive heart attacks in the span of 2 hours, leading him to his first of many hospital visits, while attacking staff, because, again, tweaking like a methie. I think he was saying something about gremlins being in the toothpaste at one point, though I'm not too sure, Fred replied with a smirk, trying to stifle a laugh. Thoran, on the other hand, was attempting to cower in his seat. "You still shouldn't have given me decaf. Decaf is evil," Thoran said. "You had 6 heart attacks, dude. I had to revive your stupid ass 3 times before the paramedics showed up, and hauled you off to the ER ward. I was trying to help you. I thought, well, maybe I can get some kind of non-caffeine thing that can still give energy. That DECAF stuff was a good vitamin D enriched brand. That works as energy for us. I thought it might work. Who knew caffeine addiction for aliens was that bad?" Fred replied with a calm snicker. Thoran shuddered, seemingly in disgust. "I still want to press charges. Decaf is evil." "Oh, you mean the charges our poor Jess is pressing, after you tweaked the fuck out and held her hostage with a stapler, while gabbling incoherently again? I think about gremlins and toothpaste. She's refused to come back in the office and resigned," Fred replied, glaring at him. "I need coffee!" Thoran yelled. He reached for a bag and... "I need coffee!" Thoran yelled. He reached for a bag and procured a tub of coffee grounds and began to ravenously chew on it. "Decaf is evil! The gremlins must not win! Coffee, coffee, coffee!" Thoran growled, as he ravenously gnawed at the coffee grounds. Fred broke away from his podium and grappled with Thoran, as security appeared in the doorway and fought with the 2 of them. Fred eventually managed to wrestle the jug of coffee grounds from poor Thoran, who was then wrapped in a straitjacket and hauled away as he screamed obscenities. Every second or third yell he supplied was the phrase, "Death before decaf! Death, I say!"
Right then. I hereby order the defendant, Thoran Krax Freed VII, to face 6 months of drug rehabilitation and a permanent restraining order against the use of further coffee substances, the judge said after Fred caught his breath. "That's basically what I wanted to countersue for. Thanks for that," Fred said. "Geez, I love the guy, but the coffee makes him crazy. Shouldn't have let him have any." Considering what happened, I say you try to do the right thing. But before we go, may I ask something? The judge asked.
"Sure, ask away."
You keep referring to his meth. What exactly is meth? He asked.
Meth, or methamphetamine, is a highly addictive synthetic narcotic chemical substance that's been declared illegal since its inception, several hundred years ago. Don't ask any more about it, because meth does to us humans what coffee does to you aliens. Only a lot worse. So please, do not try it. You will die. Horribly, Fred replied as he walked away. It took a bit for it to sink in, but Fred's words made everyone's faces turn various shades of shocked, appalled, and/or horrified.